Wembley, and Halo Gem are a torrid running for his stop at the tail.
Wyanka holds off the favourite and pays $5.60 and $2.10 to take out the third at Dallas Springs. Valley Prince $1.20 and Zap no third dividend. Now Bendigo race number 7 loading away on the red channel, but we head to Toowoomba for their first event over the 1850 metres and a very, very short price favourite, Disco Boom. For the local Lindsay Hatch and Les Tilley, $1.35 upon opening. Punters keen to take any price on offer for your favourite into $1.07 now. Coming off the last start second, where it did go down as $1.40 favourite behind Gibbed. Went down by about 0.2 of a length on that occasion and also lost by 0.1 of a length behind Speedmap at Ballina. Now Speedmap came out and placed in a fairly nice 3-year-old mile race at the Sunshine Coast on a Saturday. Metropolitan races its next start, and Disco Boom has the form inside gate. $1.07 looks terribly hard to beat. Nothing else has been back to challenge the favourite. Bendigo race number 7 will be shown here on Sky Racing 2 as we join the team on track. The starters up the ladder.
60 Bonamassa VOP. Good try for distance into 5. 550 Denali. Set for the Rising Sun Hotel. Bonamassa won 2 greys in the race, the other one being Felix Fiorente. They're set for the final event, race 7 Morong Cup Day at the Nursery of Champions. 1,600 metres. Cup won by French Moon. Harry Coffey for Simon Wild in a record 2:14.76 for the 2,200 metres. Yeah, by design. He was being half a buffhead on the way to the start, giving the jockey a hard time. He's probably looking for a run or two and to get over the up and overs, but he may be needing... He's needing vetting, we're being told. So by design, being a pest in the gates, and the vet just going to check he's okay here. $3.50 Bonamassa, $5 Dissidence. Mr. Pockets had backing, 10 into $7.50. Denali $5.50. Rosenstrauss has got out to $8.50. Zach Spain rode a winning double today. One on Sly Corner, and also a very impressive winner of Anika. There he is, by design. Started his career in New Zealand. Was purchased by OTI, went to Weir. Then he went to New South Wales, and then he had a good prep last time when purchased back in Bendigo by Brett Cherry, who does a good job with the jumper. But he's not going to run here. 5.23 we're hearing. By design, has done something to himself. He was a bit fresh for the first up run. So he's out at 5.23 and they're on their journey. And Denali went out very well. He's going for the lead over Dissonance. Bonamassa away nicely. King Tycoon driving through, and the Duke of Hazard, is over on the fence, wants a piece of the early action. Then Mr. Pocket, followed by Koala Bull, Smoke and Haze. Felix Fiorente second last. And Rosenstrauss was the last one, with By Design a late scratching at 5.23. Past the 1,200 metres. And Dissonance, who's been back to the price, with the Winning Edge Connection let out by a half length on Denali, and the Duke of Hazard in the box. King Tycoon the outside fourth, and they've gone past the 1,000 metre mark now. Bonamassa, he's next in the race. He's got Koala Bull outside of him. Then Mr. Pocket saving ground on the fence. One further back to Felix Fiorente, who's next to last. And it has Smoke and Haze for company. And the last one, a length and a half further astern, being hurled along, was Rosenstrauss. They've got to the 600 metres now. Dissonance joined by Denali. 2 lengths King Tycoon. The Duke of Hazard showing signs of distress. Then Bonamassa to the outside. Mr. Pocket trying to extricate into the clear. They swing the bend. Denali really putting it to Dissonance, who's in for the fight. Bonamassa the grey starting to wind up though on the outside. He's running on empty, but he's still finding the line. Mr. Pocket's coming with him, and Rosenstrauss on the back is unwinding a withering sprint. Rosenstrauss has come from Stone Motherless, goes up on the outside, takes the lead in the Rising Sun Hotel, and Rosenstrauss a last to first victory right around the field. Bonamassa was brave, beaten 3, but he stuck it out well. He got second.
The rails run through. The waters of the Nile opens for the 5, and at the 500, Disco Boom went boom and raced away. Put up a couple of lengths now over Palpation. Then came Baby Run further back in the field too. 2, Power Punch. Chiefs and Mahomes is scouting out. Deep Oceanarium is next. Then came Double Dare You and Matador Morales, but it's Disco Boom in front, dashed away. 250 metres out, led by 5 lengths. On Baby Run, then came Palpation. Chiefs and Mahomes down the outside. Disco Boom in front, 50 to travel. There's a wall going up and down in the one spot, but Disco Boom bolts in. Wins it by 4.5. Disco Boom beating Baby Run, Power Punch, Palpation. Probably in that order. Then came Oceanarium. Chiefs and Mahomes was next. Well back in the field to Double DU. And last of all, Matador Morales, Disco Boom. The first favourite and good thing of the night.
Disco Boom wins as expected, but very, very green in the end. Pays $1.10 and $1.10. Baby Run, $2 in for second, tight in for third. Just keep an eye on your screens there. Our next event here on Sky Racing 2 will be Singapore race number 6 due very shortly. Also, those numbers from Bendigo will flash them up on screen for you as well. 8, 1 and 6. Rosenstrasse there at $8.40 taking the cash and $2.30. Bonamassa, $1.60 in for second, while Mr. Pocket, $2.50 rounded out the minor money. Singapore race number 6 is due in about 3.5 minutes time here on Sky Racing 2. Please note, race number 8 from the Sunshine Coast, only a couple of minutes away as well, following Orange on Sky Racing 1. The 1200 metres, 8, 1, 7 and 10. The team selections on track. Scott goes 7, 2, 4 and 6. Tab number 4, Sun Elizabeth is your favourite there at $2.70 as we join the team trackside for their thoughts.
2 to start for race number 6, Class 5 over to 1200 metres. Oscar Chavez giving his mount a nice little warm-up in C. A few people quite bullish about his chances too. Looks to be a race of level pegging here, Pat, and I think we're going to be curious to see where majority of them end up in the run. Some have drawn wide and will be looking to come across.
Yeah, look, it's an interesting race in regards to how the speed map goes. As you mentioned, I think Voluntad presses. Broadway Success, I think they'll be hoping to jump and be up in the running, because if they're not, they're going to be caught 3 wide potentially. And obviously with the derail, there's not much room out there as well. You're pretty much stuck there, and we've seen that happen a few times today, especially with In All His Glory a little bit later on. It was a barrier draw that ultimately brought him undone, but I think they'll be looking to be positive. But from a speed map perspective, I do expect Voluntad to really press the button here early.
Big support here for number 4, Sun Elizabeth. She's now into favouritism at $13, and she's been backed in from a quote of $15. So the money really strong with the 8-year-old Japanese mare, who I thought she's definitely a top 3 chance, but didn't expect to see her as short as she is. Mark Lerner in the saddle. He has all 4 career victories aboard this mare. So as I mentioned, she's probably really suits his style of riding.
Yeah, look, I've got her on top here for this race. As I said to you, Scott, I don't think I expected her to be this short in the market, but you've got to respect the record that they have with each other. 4 wins, a second and a third from their 16 goes together, Mark Lerner and Sun Elizabeth. and I think she'll be peaking here third up. I really think that her last run deserved plenty of respect, but she'll take plenty of improvement off that. She's a very well-deserving favourite here. I just didn't expect her to be favourite. I thought you could make a case for a few others here in this field. I really thought to see the likes of sort of Sia or maybe even, Voluntad a little bit shorter in the market. Voluntad currently sitting at $58. I thought his run last start was brilliant.
Just casting my eye over the premiership table so far, halfway through the meeting, it's quite competitive.